How's it going, lads? Welcome back to the Footy Culture Podcast. I am joined by...
What's going on, guys? Here with Mr. Wishy-Washy himself.
Is that even me?
Yeah.
And then we got the new cleanup crew on that table over there.
New cleanup crew.
That's the OG cleanup crew.
Yeah, bro. We
been like this,
Real
bro.
ones know.
Getting stuff out there. Let's go.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, we're going to talk about Arsenal bottoming the league, possibly. We're going to talk about some CL football. And we're also going to talk about Floyd Mane. So,
Floyd Mane.
let's get right into it.
Floyd
talk
Mane
about,
versus
start off
Sane.
with Arsenal.
Floyd Mane Mayweather.
That's
Floyd-
crazy.
Sure. Middle name Mane.
That was
Arsenal,
so easy.
bottom of the league.
It's not done yet, man.
It's not done. They're still a point ahead, but
Bottom of the league. They're first place. What do you mean
by
bottom?
1
of the league?
point.
By 1 point.
And they still got to play City.
So what?
So,
I think this is, I heard, this is the first time in since the 60s or 70s. Don't quote me on this, but the first time they lost back to back. Not lost points back to back at home like that or something.
who, Arsenal?
Sorry, no. Okay, go on. I'm trying to remember what exactly the quote is.
No.
I had it in my head. I lost it. But no, it just sucks that literally back to back they lost two. Oh, that's the one. When they're up by 2 goals at both games, and they lost the leads twice. That's the first time in the 60s since the team has had the lead going 2-0 against the opposition, and ended up losing the lead.
And what, they drop points to West Ham? West Ham's
West
in
Ham.
a relegation battle right now.
Yeah, a little relegation
And
scrap.
then who was the team they lost in the tie against? Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool as well.
Liverpool.
That was a crazy game, the
That's a
Liverpool
good game,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Can't blame them for that.
You should have lost that.
But
It's stupid because as a team that's fighting for the league, and you have to go out there and you have to literally go out there and get it. At this point, it's in your hand, but you still have to go out there and just literally get it. But Arteta sitting in for the second half of after scoring those goals, you're sitting in the back. That's not a title winning team.
Too complacent.
If you're winning the title, you have to go out there and get the result.
Yeah.
As much as you're fighting till the end, you're up by 2 goals. You still have to go and get it because again, it shows you're up by 2 goals, and they say that 2-0 was the worst.
Most dangerous league.
Most dangerous league in football. So if you're gonna go out there and you want this title, you know what I mean, you have to just keep it going for the full 90 minutes.
Yeah. Now, do you guys think there's a reasoning behind this? Why they're dropping all these points?
They don't have any winners in that side, man. If you think about it, you have Zinchenko, Jesus, Jorginho, but none of those guys, to me, strike me as a player who's going to lead the locker room, or strikes me as the player that's going to, kind of get the boys rallied up when things aren't going their way. So I think they're kind of inexperienced when it comes to having a title fight. Zinchenko and Jesus weren't the guys getting gritty and grafting out those results for City. They were coming off the bench when it was already 3-4-0, game's done. They come on, score another couple of goals, and close out the game. Now they're being asked to, lead a team. And it's totally different football when you have to lead a team versus when you can come off the bench, no pressure, and, just clinch up the result.
yeah.
Right.
And I also think that a big part of it is their young core, right? So you have a team like Man City who's known to win everything. Imagine those guys breathing down your neck. You think they're not going to get nervous or, stressed out, these young players? Knowing that, last game they tied us against Liverpool. Oh, now we're only 3 points behind going into this game. And then now they're 1 point. It's going to be very stressful for these guys. And you have Odegaard, who's your captain. Of course, he's probably a good captain, but he's not an experienced captain like, someone that Man City would have. And with all those players, you have that experience coming off the bench as well. Who does Arsenal have coming off the bench? And Ketia, who had a good form when Jesus was off, but now Jesus is back, and now he's lost his form. You have who now? You have Trossard.
Trossard's been decent.
Trossard's been good, but you need experience. This is when you see what a team's all about. The last couple of games where it really matters. This is when the team's gonna show up. This is where it really matters, and I think it's just getting to their head that shit, the Man City's right behind us. They're breathing down our necks. So I think that's what it is.
It might be even Arteta getting that bit of that pep gene from him of stressing and trying to change things up, overthinking.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Just go out there and play the game football you've been playing for the last 5 months, however months it's been already. So go out there and continue the playing because they've been surprisingly a consistent side. Not that they've been lucky a couple games here and there. They've been pretty consistent throughout. And then they're just out of form.
It's also, the weird thing is it's not like they're not scoring. They're scoring goals. They have the talent to score. It's mishaps or like you said, like they get comfortable with the lead, and now
they're not.
they're very scared of causing anything, and by doing that, they cause something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I've been watching a lot of people on Arsenal fans on TikTok saying, you know, they've got an agenda against us.
No, come on.
They've got an agenda. This is what happened. And then like you have like these other supporters, and you guys are like lost, man. You guys think the PL has an agenda against you? Yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is too much now. Like,
it's funny because
relax.
At the beginning of the season, everyone says like, oh, Arsenal are on top. They're going to finish in second still.
Yeah.
Like it's not that it's bound time, but like a lot of people kept seeing it and saying it. So maybe it got to the players, maybe it got to the management, maybe the team is just like exhausted, tired. You know, they've been putting in 120 plus minutes of just
and it's
strength.
been like the same guys too.
And they've been playing good football. And like they've been playing superbly, like better than they've been playing the last couple of years. Like Chaka again came out of his form as a back. You know what I mean? Martinelli's picking up his form. Saka's back in form. Even the defense is playing well. So they're playing like out of their minds, like out of their like comfort zone. I think some of these players, even Odegaard too, like he's a good player, but he really stand out this year. So a lot of these players are playing into their form where maybe they are tired. Maybe they're, you know what, I put it all out for this past 6 whatever months it's been already, and like fuck, like it's already got to us. They're out of Europa League too, right? So
it's the only competition they have to focus on is the league, right?
And it's probably the biggest they can get, the trophy they can get, because Europa League is different. You know what I mean? It's good, but man, if you're winning the Premier League, that's huge for any Premier League team.
Yeah. I don't know if it's really due to being tired, because they have quite a bit of depth. Like,
but not good
it's
depth.
not the same.
It's not the same
good
depth.
enough. It is good
No,
enough.
but no.
It is because they've been
No,
it's
to win the league,
not.
No, it's good
When you're
enough
trying
to
to win
get
the
results against relegation sides. They've been doing it all year with this.
Okay,
this
but
rotation.
exactly, it's not.
No, they're getting put into reality.
This
right
is
now.
not. This is not the beginning or the mid of the season where these relegation teams are like, you know, okay, we might be in the bottom, but you know, it's just the beginning of the season. It's just the middle of the season. These teams are fighting as well. Like they don't want to lose.
Every team should be fighting every game.
Exactly. So you were saying that they have the substitutes that are really good. It's not the same.
saying they're
And
really
at the end of the day, like
Good enough.
Arteta has to play with these players because these are the players that are going to give you what they. Who else do they have in the midfield?
Okay, so who would be their starting three? Then I'll give you their subs.
Jorginho, Xhaka, and what's his name? Partey. They have the only guy I know is what's his name?
Not Jorginho, Odegaard.
Odegaard,
Xhaka, and Partey.
Probably
That's their
Odegaard. Yeah,
front
that's their
I
starting
guess
three.
so.
Then on the bench you have Jorginho, you have Fabio Vieira, and
but that's
El Neni.
Yeah.
And that
Coming off the bench is Jorginho, and Jorginho's still like he's good, but he's not the same
he's
player he was.
he's
from 2 years
definitely he's not even
That's enough
close
depth,
to
though.
how he
That's a
is.
good depth.
That's good.
Not for Prem
do you
to
mean?
win the
Not for
Prem.
Champions. Not for Champions.
Odegaard's
Not
not,
to win the
won
Prem.
Champions League with Chelsea. He's good enough.
Odegaard's not coming off. He's him and Saka are gonna be on every
Man,
game.
he got subbed off last game. They're 2-2.
no.
They're getting
subbed off,
tired
yeah,
now.
subbed off.
They have
I'm
to
saying
come. They're gonna get
they're gonna start every game.
exhausted.
They're gonna start every game though. Those players.
Yeah.
You're
But
not
that's
gonna
the
start
difference
Martinelli.
between them and Man City.
Yeah.
So is Gabriel Jesus.
That's
No,
the
Martinelli
difference. You
doesn't
can
start
take off. Look at Man City. They've been taking off Haaland
Chelsea.
like the 60th minute every game.
Yeah, they don't need him.
Last game they took him off going into the second half. They took him off a minute in. He came off like the 46th minute last game because they don't need him. He scores 2 goals first half and they took him off.
Who are you talking about right now?
Haaland.
They took
Oh,
off Haaland, and look now he's about to break the
Yeah, but
record.
that team's insane. They're not gonna.
That's what I'm saying.
You're not gonna find another team like that.
You have this team breathing down Arsenal's neck.
You don't have.
Imagine the stress. Imagine the stress on those players, and they're young players. The captain's Odegaard, man. I don't know. Did you guys see what's it called? That Barstool guy, the UK lad.
Nope.
The Arsenal guy. Troops. There was I think he went to the game and then he said something afterwards, and he's like he said something. It was so stupid. He was like after watching this loss, I can like clearly say and like 100% passionately say that we're gonna win the league. I'm like, what? Like, I don't know what it is, but today I just saw it. I just felt it. Like, you guys lost.
Not lost it, Jerome.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just saw that and it was crazy. And also saw another thing on TikTok about an Arsenal fan saying that he doesn't think that Haaland would win best transfer of the season. Like, he thinks Odegaard will win it.
Haaland is literally the best player this season.
And then the other guy who's like another Premier League fan, he was like going nuts. He's like, Haaland legit is gonna break the record. How he's not the best player and not the best transfer.
Haaland's my
that's
Ballon
crazy.
d'Or. This
He's like, no. I feel Odegaard is gonna be the guy. Like, that makes no sense.
Does
to me.
Odegaard count as a new transfer though?
yeah.
Yeah,
Like he does, but like he was
Not
there
better than Haaland.
realistically, he
year.
is.
But realistically,
But no, these Arsenal fans are delusional right
Arsenal's
now.
not there without Odegaard though.
100%. But like these
Haaland-
Arsenal fans
Haaland's
are
literally my
talking too
Ballon
much
d'Or
now.
this year.
No, he's
He's
not.
yes.
It's gonna be probably Messi again.
Okay, but Messi's also
No,
a
Messi's
stinker
not
of a
winning.
league.
Messi
Nah,
has the World
Messi's
Cup
been
on board.
cooking.
They won the World Cup, but Haaland is literally all around. Just he's killing it everywhere. Champions League and league.
If they win the Champions League, that's a topic.
If he
And
wins
they win the-
Champions League and league,
if they win the Champions League, I give it to him because again, you're having most goals.
if he wins Champions League
the
and then he wins
Champions
the league, yeah,
what's
with
he at
that
right now?
record,
What's he right now for Champions League goals?
FIFA Lona, man.
I think he's top.
Who's FIFA alone?
FIFA Lona.
Haaland's
It's
top,
going-
right?
It's going to Messi.
Top scorer in Champions League, Haaland.
Yeah.
Someone fact check that. So he'd get top scorer in Champions League, winning league, and broke a record in the league. That would
Yeah.
definitely be Ballon d'Or.
I think so.
I think
Even
so,
over the
man.
World
World
Cup.
Cup beats everything, man.
Yeah, he's got 11 goals right now.
Yeah.
So-
Holy shit.
World Cup beats everything, though.
But again, that
FIFA.
it can go both ways. They can literally win both trophies. They can literally lose both trophies.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So it's up in the air.
Yeah, I know it's definitely still a close race, man. But I just want to know who you guys have winning the league. The Prem. I have Man City.
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 I want Arsenal to win, but I think City's just gonna overpower them, man. They just have too much.
Never really believed in Arsenal. They're just not. They're bottle jobs to me.
You think?
No,
Yeah.
if there was 2 games left in the season and one of them was City, I would take Arsenal.
I still take City.
But there's 5 games left, which is big in the last 5 games, and they have to versus City. So I think Arsenal chokes up at least one of the other games against City and loses to City.
Could you see like a close final like match day like Man U and Man City that time?
Yeah.
Maybe, but like,
Last
Yeah,
game,
like it's
last
1
game.
point. Like the team has to lose or the team has to draw.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like one of those things.
I don't know. I could.
We haven't had one of those in a while.
The
That would be
City-
really
Who else
good.
has good?
Huh?
Does City play any other good teams?
I'm sure.
Chelsea
for the
maybe.
league.
Yeah, because there's
I don't
like
know.
what?
I feel like
7
just
games left?
City are just been so cracked. I can't see them dropping points.
No, I don't-
Or at least
yeah.
a lot of points. Like
So
maybe
their
they'll
form
tie a
right,
game.
Oh my god, their form is
but-
right now is they haven't lost since February 5th
Yeah.
in all competitions.
Yeah.
And who do they have left to play in the league?
Left to play in the league, they got
So unless they're playing like Liverpool, I don't think they're losing.
Sheffield, Arsenal, Fulham, Brighton, West Ham, Leeds, literally bottom table, and Everton,
okay,
Chelsea,
they're not-
Chelsea, and is the biggest.
They're
And
not
they got-
losing to Chelsea.
Oh, they
But
face
again, like-
that Arsenal game is gonna be huge,
Yeah, it's gonna be a
man.
big game.
If Arsenal want to
I
win the
can't see
league, they
City.
have to win that game.
Yeah.
It's, it's simple as that.
I think that game's gonna define the whole league, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Whoever wins
Even
that
if
game.
they tie, I don't think they win the league.
No. It has to be
No,
a
they'll
win.
give up
Whoever
points
wins
on-
that game wins the league.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, like James said, I can't see City even dropping one more point.
I don't know. I feel like even if Arsenal win, they might lose the league.
But then again, hold on. If City do go far, like they make it to the semis, which they're gonna make it, and they have to have a hard game, you never know. You never know
They
because
have the
Arsenal's not in any other competition.
They have the
so.
depth.
Bro, they don't even need Haaland right now at this point. Alvarez is good
No, they
enough.
don't.
Look what they've been
Alvarez
doing.
is solid too, man.
Alvarez is good.
I don't know. It'll be close. It'll be good.
You
That's
have,
like the
you
only
have,
league right now. It's
bro, you
close.
have Rodri hitting bangers with his weak foot.
Yeah, no. City's on.
Like
a
what the hell?
different
These guys
level.
are just all cracked. You have Nathan Ake playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah.
They got rid of Cancelo for him. Imagine that.
Kanji too.
They have a lot of depth.
Is it kind of crazy how they play 4 center backs?
Yeah, and
'Cause
it
they don't-
works.
They don't play wing.
But that's what Pep
No,
does.
no,
He
is
just
that
brings
crazy
out the
though?
best of the
They
players.
literally play ratty football, where it's
Well,
literally just
City has
leave
so
the
much
forward
depth.
at the
They
back.
literally loaned out
Pep
Cancelo.
legit brings out the best of players when you don't like they're random. It takes them like a season, but then they become like good.
But this is the thing. We had such a prominent fullback era. Now it's going to be, this is the era of the non-fullback. Pep is going to start changing this. Teams are going to start following this. It's going to be the
Damn.
non-fullback era. I'm
I don't
telling
You,
you.
think so.
you
I
already
don't
see
think so.
teams
They will.
playing like that.
Is
Like,
Spatty spitting facts right
I
now?
don't
I don't
think
know
so.
because
I
Ake
think-
is kind of like a.
The 10 fell off. This is the fullback.
No,
fell
I
off.
don't think so. I think it's just that because
I'm telling you.
But the cam's back up now.
What?
Pep's
back up.
able to play this because he literally doesn't need fullbacks up top. He
Yeah, I
literally has
Exactly.
Haaland to do it because no other team has a Haaland. It's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have Lewandowski playing for Barca. He can't do anything the same that Haaland provides a forward. They literally have to play football with Jordi Alba and Balde,
Okay.
right? Because
Yeah.
I'm just saying an option. That's an example.
Yeah.
Even with Arsenal's Zinchenko, he steps up a lot to
I
cover
was
the
gonna-
midfield.
Yeah, okay. I'll go.
Right, but they do kind of play a 3 at the back with sometimes our Tierney stays back a little bit too, but it's literally because you literally have Haaland that like scores the goals, and all you need is Mahrez or whoever's playing left wing to like provide. You don't need to have fullbacks providing for you, because when they were playing with fullbacks, they didn't have a striker. They literally had everyone scoring goals for them, so they literally needed the numbers in the box.
Mm-hmm.
Now you don't really need the same amount of numbers in the box because you literally have Haaland.
Okay.
Right, you have your midfield who retains the pressure forward. They don't really need to be playing that much going forward. I think it's because they have Haaland.
No, I understand. I kind of agree with Spatty.
Yeah.
I think you're starting to see a lot of ball playing center backs or defenders now.
Let's say you get rid of Haaland and you put Alvarez, and it's literally just 3 attackers. Can those guys really do much?
They're gonna keep the same thing.
No.
It's the tactics that's working because it allows Rodri to step back into like the middle of like kind of that back four, which I don't know, it's weird. It's hard to explain.
Well, Stone steps up and he plays almost
he
as
plays
like a 6.
as high as Rodri, but Rodri steps back to beside him. It's like a weird.
It's because the whole team rotates, man. Just like it's like playing they're like playing like 5-a-side where every player is switching off. Like they don't have a position type of thing.
But I have a rebuttal for what you were saying with Zinchenko, but Zinchenko doesn't really play left back. He's a center mid.
He tucks
Yeah,
in.
it's different for every team. Like a lot of teams, they put that wing backs. Some teams do.
I'm telling you, there's not gonna be fullbacks because every team is doing this.
There'll always be
you got Arsenal. There was another team that I forgot. But anyway,
Bayern do it too.
Yeah, Bayern do it. Juve does it with Alexandro now. He pushes into the midfield.
Even Madrid too. They're playing Camavinga left back.
Well, you would understand why this is starting to work now because at the end of the day, the midfield's where you got to win the majority of the battles. And when you have a midfield that's going to be stacked, you're going to have mostly 5 or even 6 in the midfield. You're going to be winning those balls there more than anything. So you're not going to be getting counter where your defenders have to you have to have 4 defenders now. Like you have those players in the middle, then you counterattack right away. That's what Man City does.
And it keeps the team more compact too, because like the wing backs aren't necessarily touching the line. Center backs are there, and then the wing back is tucking into almost the midfield, so it almost makes like a block of 5 that's all very compact.
It depends because again,
Forces them wide.
City isn't a team that really plays that much on counter. They make a lot of their chances based on how they control the play most of the time. The biggest team I would say, obviously not biased, but like Man U is really good when it comes to break play, counterattack. You got Rashford going forward attacking, and you have Anthony on the right side attacking. Same thing. They don't really play crazy wing back play, but that's how United play is really counterattack. Whereas for City, like it just keep the ball, hold the possession, keep the pressure high, and they don't need to really have the wing back play that much going forward anymore. I don't know. It's different. Again,
no, I think they definitely with the high press, it's going to create counterattack situations.
That's why, like when you play the high press like City does, they don't want to lose those counterattack options. That's why they play pretty deep with the 4 at the back or 3 at the back, whatever. City.
Yeah, I would also say that from generation to generation, the defenders haven't been as like I don't know how to explain, like meaty, like you like a Maldini, like you're not gonna get
meaty.
Yeah, it was a bad word, but like you're not gonna get a defender anymore. All these defenders are agile now. Like look, Nathan Ake not he's a center back, but not really a center back. And you got Laporte. Laporte's a center back, but not really a center back.
Doesn't play anymore.
He played last game, but
Stones, who's really good on the ball,
back, but they're not as good as center backs we used to see. But they're so much more technically gifted than the old center backs that 4 center backs just works. Like this might work. I think this is going to be the.
But it's not necessarily like 4 like center backs. Like Ake played left back. Even at Bournemouth, he played left back.
He's a 6'1" left back.
Yeah,
that's not a left back.
You got freaking guy over there, Newcastle.
Dan Burns, like 6'7".
He's not a left back though. He's a center back.
No, he is. It's I don't know. It just depends how you play. It depends how you define the position. But I think I get what you're saying. I think nowadays, like you're seeing, like pretty much every top tier center back is like very, very, very technical, that they're almost building up the game from the back. Like you don't find pretty much any center backs that are playing like top level that are just there to defend.
Yeah, no.
Like
they have to bring more to the game.
There's really none if you really think about it.
Yeah, seriously.
Right?
Especially on top teams.
Yeah.
Especially on top teams. You're not going to see those players.
Like you have to be good on the ball, and if you're not, like you become like a detriment to the team because then the other team knows, okay, this player can't play the ball, so what are they probably going to do? They'll rotate to a wing back or someone who's maybe a little bit more comfortable on the ball. But if your whole team can play, then how do you defend that?
And also you can see teams doing the opposite where they don't have those center backs that are technical and they're playing left backs center back. Look at Barca, for example, how they play Alonso left center back because he's technical. Luke Shaw sometimes as well. And that just shows you that your technical ability is more of a useful thing than just being a defender.
Yeah. Danilo actually as well.
Danilo as well, exactly. You know what I mean? Like you're starting to see you're starting to see a switch of everything, kind of. But it all comes down to one thing: your technical ability, how you play on the ball.
This is it's a weird era.
I like it though.
Another player who actually Theo Hernandez, that guy's not even a left back. I don't know what position that guy plays. Theo
Yeah,
Hernandez, he
he's
doesn't
not.
play left back. I'm saying like he's most
not.
of the time in the midfield.
He's a left mid, bro.
What do you mean? No, he's not.
He's a left mid,
he's-
left winger.
He tracks back. I'm saying, but when you guys are attacking, he's not at left back.
Theo's defending is the most underrated thing in
I'm not
football.
talking about defense. I'm talking about
Underrated
the
thing in
attack.
What do you mean?
football.
He's
He has to
he,
be in position.
he
after.
goes up because he has the pace to run
but
back.
I'm saying he has
every time you see us, he's always back.
the ability to be more than just a left back. Is what I'm saying.
So every wing back's like that now.
No, even that was the other one, Trent, because he pushes
I
into
said
the
that
midfield.
Liverpool. Yes,
Yeah.
he's always in the.
But yeah, that's it for. I'm telling you, it's gonna be the full backless era.
The full backlist.
I can never see fullbacks. I can't see that happening.
You just start seeing them disappear.
I don't know.
I just think that
Dissipate.
there's gonna be more fullbacks that can do more. That's it. I think that's like one of the most important positions right now.
Fullbacks.
Yeah.
It depends how your
Right,
team
wow.
plays. It
I don't
goes
think
through
you can get rid of
phases,
that.
right? I think it's still important because at the end of the day, like the fullbacks that you're playing, even if they're not fullbacks, they still need to be gifted enough to play centrally,
Yeah.
right? So you still need to have talented players
Well,
that can play in that position.
Even if you look at like other situations, look at Madrid. They don't have a left back.
They have Camavinga.
Exactly.
The thing is that it depends
It's all
on the team.
technical ability.
Yeah.
Last season, City were playing with wingbacks because they didn't have wingers. Mahrez was never playing. Wasn't really playing that many minutes.
He wasn't
last
in
season.
good form, man.
This season, he's playing a winger role. Who do they have playing left wing? Grealish. He's
Yeah.
playing a decent role.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
If,
Same thing with Real Madrid. What's the point of playing wing back play if you literally have Vinny and whoever on the right literally touching the line? What are you gonna play wing back play with?
Okay. Hold.
no,
Same thing with United. They don't have wing backs. They're playing Rashford and
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Anthony playing literally wingers. They don't. When you have wingers, you can't play wing play football with wing backs.
Okay. Hold on. Are we considering Ake a left back right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
considering some
Let's listen.
Based on how they play.
Is
sure.
Odegaard a number 10?
No, he's an
He
advanced.
was a number
he's
10.
An advanced
He
eight.
was a number 10 though.
Yeah.
And he got converted, so he's not number 10
He's
anymore.
just they're
Yeah.
both players who can play more than one
so
position.
he's
Yeah.
technically not a number 10, but he plays number 10. Ake's playing left back, but he's not a left back.
Okay,
So
Kulu's
it's technically
playing, Kulu's playing center back, but he's a left
This
back.
is what happened with the 10 being extinct. No one plays with a 10 anymore. Maybe Bayern. There's a couple teams that play with the 10, but you don't see it as much. It's not considered the 10 role. This is not whatever the number is for left back or right back. That it's not that role anymore.
at the end of the day, football is always going to be changing. And I think
Yeah.
this is a good theory, I guess you can say. And I kind of do agree with it. Like, look at I don't know if it's the lack of wingbacks, quality wingbacks, but you're seeing a lot of teams use different players. Camavinga, you see Koundé at Barca, you see sometimes Araujo at right back. You know what I mean?
You guys have wingers. You
Wing
guys
back.
have Rafinha. You guys have.
Yeah, but these are teams that are doing this. Look, even Bayern, like.
When you guys are playing with Jordi Alba running the wing, you guys didn't have a left wing at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you guys were
but
playing
that
with
was
a
a
false
different
winger.
era.
Inverted.
You guys are
Yeah.
playing with false wingers. When you have wingers, you can't play with wing back.
You
That's why
can't-
nowadays
Oh.
there's literally there's really strong wingers out there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's why it's better to utilize those wing players to go forward because man, those guys are burning the defenders.
And then have the wing backs to help protect in the center and kind of retain
Cover up,
possession.
retain
Because
the
if you think
possession.
about it, if the majority of your team is kind of arced like that in the center of the field, it's easier to trap your opponent. Whereas if you have, let's say, a winger and a wing back on the outside, you're leaving so much of a gap in the midfield that
Yeah.
you're going to get countered.
because even the way Bayern play, like Davies and even whoever plays on the right, they still kind of play that wing back role because
Davies more of a left mid, I think.
He-
for
no,
that
that's the
team.
thing. He's
Davies
definitely
he plays like a winger.
yeah, he's like a winger left,
Yeah.
but he does please, but he is a left winger.
Yeah.
left like fullback. Sorry, wing back. But that's what I'm saying. They don't really have like a true winger, whereas he can really run the whole line.
He
come
plays
down
on the
to
left,
defend.
and then Coman will usually play on the right. And then
But you have Pavard sitting back.
Pavard
which-
will sit
which
back,
covers
so
the
you
right
still
back
have
row.
kind of like a back
But then you
three.
have Davies who really runs the whole
he
line.
gets up and down, yeah.
So that's what the thing is. Like there is wingers out there, wing backs out there, but it depends on who really is running the wing role.
There's very few, like you can probably say, like elite like players that still play like a proper like wing back. You know, like I think you have like Davies, you have Theo,
Taylor doesn't play like a wing back though.
Nunmensch. Like those are probably the only
doesn't.
players that still play almost like a Robertson, like a proper wing back, where like they're getting wide, they're crossing balls, like they're using their speed. Whereas if you look at some of these other teams, like if they have a left back or a right back, they're almost more like they're not as fast, but they're a lot more technical. Like players like Zinchenko, Guerrero, like these players are not quick, but they're like elite on the ball, so they can play centrally. Like someone like Nunmensch or Robertson, they can't necessarily tuck into the midfield and do the same job because their skills are best used out wide.
Even
Pace, cross.
even
Hakimi, yeah.
Hakimi too, because PSG don't really have wingers. They have Neymar who plays behind Mbappe.
More central,
Mbappe is really a striker when he plays for PSG. When he plays for France, yes, he plays left wing. But when he's playing for PSG, like you literally have a centralized style of football where you have wing backs going up and down the pitch.
My question is, what happened to Cancelo? Like, he was one of those players who could have played anywhere.
It's because City don't need him. It's why it's true. City
Bayern
don't
Why
need
though?
him. Bayern don't
Because
need him.
they
Bayern
have
don't need
someone
him
like
either,
they
though.
have someone like Ake,
No, they're not playing wing back football anymore. They literally have Haaland.
but he doesn't play wing back. He legit played anywhere. He was one of the best wing backs in the world back in the last season.
But they don't play wing. They don't play wing.
But
back
he could play
football.
anywhere.
Not
Well,
really.
start
You don't
getting
really
him,
play him
man.
center
No
back
team
or
needs
center
You could play him
forward.
right mid, left mid.
But why? If you have Mahrez,
He was legit one of the
But you
best.
have Mahrez providing that and doing that for you this season. He's literally doing.
Yeah, but that's the point.
That's the point exactly.
No
wing backs.
Fullbacks will still be a thing,
No,
obviously.
but that's what I'm saying. Would I rather have a wing back have to run down the wing all game 90 minutes and get tired and not be able to provide as much as a winger can actually provide all game?
Yeah.
I would rather have what Man City have now than have to really
And
try
Nathan
to
Ake.
put Cancelo in there.
Yeah. This is my point. I'm not saying it's gonna be completely gone. Like the number 10's still here.
No, the thing is, it's not gone. It's just that there wasn't really that quality wingers back then.
Yeah. So therefore, the winger came up, and the fullbacks are gonna
You
slowly
mean
drop.
the biggest winger that City had back then when they were really winning the trophies was Sane, and they literally got rid of him because they don't need him anymore. You literally had their wingers doing wing backs doing that for you. They got rid of Sane, then they signed Mahrez, who wasn't playing. Ferran Torres did nothing. They didn't really have wingers. They had freaking Bernardo Silva playing right
Sterling
winger,
too, yeah.
right wing. Foden, who's not really a winger, playing left wing.
Yeah. I don't know.
Now they have like good strong wingers because they know they need wingers to provide for Haaland.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying other teams are starting to do it. Which
Well, the winger role is pretty strong right now. I think there's a lot of wingers out there that are really good in form. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Arsenal have
there is
it.
a lot of wingers.
So United have some good quality wingers too. Madrid have it. City have it now.
Yeah, you like one of the most dangerous players like nowadays is like obviously you need that kind of advanced 8. I think every team has like a good advanced 8 if you're quality, but then you also need players that can take somebody on one-on-one.
Yeah,
Because that's the biggest thing is like you can ISO that player and then you can create so much danger. Like if you look at Milan, Leao's always getting himself in places where he can take someone on 1v1.
Napoli,
Cavada, Vini, like these are players that can beat you one-on-one, and that's why they're so dangerous. If you don't have someone that can take on players 1v1, you're gonna struggle. Like you're gonna struggle bad. Like even if you look at like Chelsea right now, they bought all these players that are kind of like mid 10, false 9, like advanced 8. Like
they're still playing heavy that wing back.
they don't really have like proper wingers that will take a player on. Like Sterling isn't that kind of player anymore. Havertz was never that player. Felix, I'm sorry, is not that guy. Yeah. Like they don't have those proper wingers that can beat a guy with speed and then just really attack and make that right decision. There's like they don't have it, and that's why I think they struggle so much. But all the elite teams, they have it. Like Vini, Dembele, like so many players that with talent. And I think that's going to be the way forward. Like I think every team that is going to be looking for just like that elite winger. And I think like price tags for wingers through the roof.
Yeah, Mudryk. You know what I mean?
Through the roof.
Leao's going to go for something big. Cabrera's going to go for something
That was
big.
your signing, buddy.
Yeah, so it's crazy. Yeah, speaking of wingers, Sadio Mane boxed one too.
That was crazy. A little winger off. That's crazy. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
So what happened, James? Tell us the story. If people don't know.
Yeah, I don't fully know, to be honest.
Well, from the best of my understanding, it was during the Champions League game. Obviously, emotions are high. You're getting thumped 3-0 by Man City. Not what you expected. You're not expecting to go out there and get thumped. You know it's going to be a tough game, but at the end of the day, you're Bayern. You don't think you're going to go out there and get killed because to be honest, it doesn't really happen very often for Bayern. And I think frustrations were high, and Mane hasn't had the best start at Bayern at all. He hasn't been anywhere near what people thought he was going to be.
Been injured a lot.
He's been injured. He's been out of form. He almost hasn't really found his stride at all yet. And it takes time. Obviously, you're settling into a new league. The play style is a little bit different. And despite what people say, Bundesliga is a tough league to play in. You see players when they come into that league, players don't come in and just start rolling right away.
What's that face, Batty?
It's true.
Oh, that's a good league.
They don't. Players don't come into that league and start rolling right away because it's a different style of football. It's very, very attacking. And some players, even if you're an attacker, sometimes you're not ready for it. It's a very quick pace. And, Mane is someone who's kind of lost that pace a little bit. So I think he was struggling to adjust a little bit. A couple passes that were off here and there. When you're playing for a team like Bayern that's well drilled, especially in a big game like that, you can't afford to be
Can't mess
misplacing
up.
passes.
Yeah, you
And
can.
I think, him and Sane kind of had a little bit of a bust up where some words were exchanged. Sane was kind of upset with how Mane was playing, like not playing him in, like taking seconds too long to misplace a pass. And then apparently afterwards in the dressing room, there's a little bit of a bust up between Mane and Sane. And then Mane hit him with a little 1-2, a little 1-2 Mayweather. And then
the
Sane
shoulder
was
up?
seen the next day with,
Dang.
big lip. And apparently all things have been cleared up now. Obviously, like, you're playing for Bayern. Something like that's not going to linger around forever. It's going to be wrapped up
Especially with
as
Tuchel.
quickly as it started, especially under Tuchel. But I think that's crazy, man. Like, obviously emotions were high. I saw something as well. I think Mane was dealing with like the death of a family member as well. So, definitely wasn't in the right headspace. And like, to me, man, when I think of Mane, I don't think of him as a guy that's going to do something like that.
No,
that's why,
he's really self-centered.
Like when I look at Mane, I'm thinking of a guy who's like, very selfless. Like I'm thinking of that picture of him getting off the bus at Liverpool with the broken iPhone, and he's all smashed up, and he's talking about how he doesn't need to spend money on stuff like that because he doesn't care about it. I'm thinking of like a good guy. I'm not thinking about the kind of guy that's going to go box his teammate.
yes.
Facts.
So like that took me by surprise. Like I know obviously tempers are high, but like, what are your thoughts on that? So you got suspended for the game on the weekend, fined, but apparently he's going to be back in the squad soon. What do you think is like the just punishment for that? Do you guys think like a game and a fine, you're good? Or do you think that there should be something more severe?
I don't even think like a fine or anything like that is
Necessary.
no.
Just
Nothing?
let
No.
the man
At the end
box
of
a
the day,
teammate and just
yeah,
No,
At the end of the day, it's two adults.
No, but
You
that's
guys
good.
figure it out in the second of all, the reports coming out that saying they want Mane out. That's crazy. Like the report literally said today they'll do anything to get him out this summer.
his contract's high.
But that's
It's
crazy.
like the highest paid player in the team.
I don't know, man. It
And
happens. It's
he's done
sports.
something like that. That's
No, it's
especially
sports.
but especially you
It's
can't do it with
happened
your
before.
your teammates. Sorry, you can't. That's some and then you got someone who's your boss who's known to be rigid and tough. You think he's gonna let that slide? And if you let that slide, then what does that say for the team? What's it called?
Image.
Yeah, what image does that give to the team? I mean that I can do anything. That gives you that would give Mane a status that and no one can talk to him or say anything to him, and you don't want that in the dressing room. But I don't think I don't know if obviously you have to blame Mane like that. He shouldn't have done that. But temper's high, Another thing that definitely didn't help is that's like Tuchel's first Champions League game with Bayern against Madrid.
Came into a rocky team, man.
Against City.
Sorry, against City. You know what I mean?
It's tough, yeah.
What else you could expect, man? I didn't think they're gonna win, but I didn't think they're gonna lose by that much. But all that gets into your head, he's probably going through some things as well. I mean, me losing to 3-0 against Madrid.
City.
Sorry, City. Oh my gosh, it would get to me too.
I don't know.
I wouldn't punch someone, but
It's happened before though. Like this is not the first guy. I can't name a
yeah.
player
But how
off my
often does
head,
this
but-
happen?
But
Rarely, but it obviously comes down to situational. It happened because things just stack up.
Yeah.
If it's one thing, sure. If Mane is saying shit about Mane about the game, sure, players get over it. Fuck it, whatever. But I'm sure the other shit was also due to the reason he acted that way.
Yeah.
So it literally comes down to things just stacking up, and then it happens. It's wrong timing. They lose. Shit happens at home. Like you're just not in the right headspace. Obviously you probably came back from injury too. Mine is not really in the best form either. So obviously he knows he can do better. He did deserve to do better. They're obviously still fighting for the league, so they want to see results. But it's just shit stacks up, and then it gets to you. I guess everyone it happens.
Yeah,
But obviously it's not obviously there's no reason to do it. But obviously there definitely has to be repercussions of the situation, and obviously, sure, fines, suspensions is normal. But man, get over it. You guys are too grown men, like Alex said, and just move forward.
Yeah, this Bayern team's in shambles. They went and tied this weekend again, but then to top it off, Dortmund decides to tie as well. It looks like no team wants to win this league.
That's every league right now.
Oh, besides maybe Prem. Man City looks like they want to win the league.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how that got out of the dressing room, and they got like.
But
people
it was
knowing
gonna
about
get out
that.
eventually.
Bro,
man.
everything
when
slips up,
when
man.
Sane pulled up
It's
with that
crazy.
lip, man. And man, Bayern are notorious for having a rat in the locker room, man. Nagelsmann tactics are getting leaked left, right, and center, so there's clearly
Yeah,
some kind of
seriously.
rat in the room. But
Some shit going on.
it's been kind of crazy, man, because I thought like it was bold of them to sack Nagelsmann to begin with.
Yeah, it's a stupid
And
move in my opinion.
They sign Tuchel and they get knocked out of the German Cup. against Freiburg.
About to get knocked out of CL.
CL is going to be a tough comeback if there's any there. And then they just get lucky that Dortmund don't want to win the league, right? Or else things would be looking a lot tougher for them. But tricky times for Bayern, man. And they're usually a team that doesn't really make too many mistakes when it comes to appointments and signings. But a couple here that I think, maybe showing a little bit of weakness with some of their appointments in terms of, coaching. Like, you're paying out a release clause and then you're sacking the guy halfway through the season. You're spending big money on Mane and then saying we shouldn't have signed Mane, we should have signed a striker. So it's like, what's going on?
Maybe you gotta give them Tuchel a little bit of time because he just came into a team with complete different tactics.
He's a great
than
coach.
what he plays.
He's a great coach.
A team was in shambles. So it's gonna take. It's not gonna go over. It's not gonna be like this.
Well, they weren't in shambles before Tuchel.
They were because they had this.
No, I think Lewandowski leaving was the problem.
I don't know.
He was definitely that.
Them
person.
now replacing Lewandowski was the problem.
Yeah, but I think Lewandowski was probably the person who kept them all together.
No.
Level head. I think he was that guy. What? No, but I think he was that guy. No, that Bayern team definitely he was the best player. The best player, no matter what, in a dressing room, always gets the respect of the team, no matter what. That's how it is. And Lewandowski is a good guy, so they definitely all respected him. And what he said probably went in that dressing room. And now there's a bunch of young guys trying to fight for who's the leader of this team, because Mueller's not playing no more. He's pretty done.
I don't see Kimmich doesn't come to me as a captain.
No, he doesn't. I feel like he's a quiet guy.
He seems like a little bit of a brat.
Not even just like he's out of form. He's like not really.
Their
Doesn't seem like he really
struggling a little bit.
doesn't
too.
seem like he communicates that much. Like you don't really see the leadership in him.
No.
I think having like an elite 9 like Leva and
I agree with Alex. Yeah.
probably one of the best goalies of all
Him
time.
too,
If
yeah.
not,
Warrior is a big loss.
I think
forgot about
not having those two players in your team,
Yeah.
I think those two alone covered up a lot of issues in the squad. Like Lewandowski being able to make a goal out of nothing, the smallest chance he could turn into a goal, and then having someone like Neuer who not only brings a calmness to the team, just knowing he's back there, but is also someone who can make a crazy save when your team needs it the most. I think when you're missing those two players that produce big moments, everyone else now is almost being exposed.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing like they brought, like what Alex said, is the leadership of the team.
Yeah.
Like there were players that you followed by their what's the word? Like you would follow.
Yeah, by their example.
They would lead by example. Yeah, like 100%. Lewandowski has that ability, and so does Neuer. And now you have players who, I don't know, like acting like brats, kind of in a way. You know what I mean? You need someone like that in the change room, and I don't see anyone there. Like Kimmich just doesn't pop to me like, doesn't show me like one of those players. He seems like a player who's very quiet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe like Goretzka, but I don't even know.
I don't know. It's a hard. It's such a weird spot because like they're top of the league, but then there's so much trouble.
first.
Yeah.
But there's so much trouble.
But the thing is, like
in the club,
this trouble, in terms of sporting success, wasn't there with Nagelsmann.
no.
They were 1 point back in the league, sure. They were still in the cup. They just finished coming off a Champions League performance where they just thumped PSG. PSG didn't even score a goal on them. They didn't concede a goal against Barca. They didn't concede a goal against Inter. The only team that scored a goal on them, and it was one goal, the whole Champions League run before they played City, was Victoria Pilsen. They scored one goal, and other than that, they were just rolling through teams.
I don't know.
Sure, they were having a shaky time in the league, but to me, I think that sacking
was so
they
stupid.
fumbled the bag. Because Nagelsmann, he's a young coach, yes, and maybe he is inexperienced going against Pep, but find me a manager that's not Mourinho or Ancelotti that can go up against Pep with experience.
Exactly.
You can't. At the end of the day, you have to ride with your guy. You have to trust that you invested this money in this manager, and he's gonna, do his job.
And he has brought the results.
And
He has
brings
brought
different ideas.
He's someone fresh.
He makes them score a lot of goals. Like that team was scoring 3, 4, 5, 6 goals a game with Choupo-Moting up top.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
And it's not all days you see a manager so young that's very that has the results. You see a lot of managers nowadays like a Lampard, a Gerrard that are very new to managing, and they don't have it.
Yeah.
But a player like coach like Nagelsmann has that. You know what I mean? And for them to get rid of him just because they saw a better coach available at the moment,
Yeah.
I think they fumbled the bag there.
Yeah, I think
He's just Nagelsmann's watching this and he's laughing.
I think Madrid are licking their lips, man. If Ancelotti moves on this summer, I think they're like,
I think they take Nagelsmann right away.
Nagelsmann in, fresh blood. I think
He likes these young players too. Look, he's gonna use them.
You don't think they get Zidane back?
No, it's
Zidane is done with Madrid, man. Come on.
I don't think so.
I think it's enough.
I think he has one more in him.
I think he wants to go international.
No, he won't be at the Prem.
I think Zidane wants to go international.
Yeah, I think they go coach. The only two teams he's in coach is France and Madrid. I think those are the only two, and he's done.
I don't know. I could see him going to the Prem.
He's not going to go to the Prem.
Where though?
He will not.
I could see him going to like a team like Chelsea.
He will not go to the Prem unless it's,
he's not touching Chelsea, man.
He will not go to the Prem unless it's City.
No. Yes. He's not going to ruin his reputation to just go to a lower team.
To Chelsea and then there's too much with Chelsea right now.
Too
man.
much riding on that.
If I'm a gaffer, I'm not touching Chelsea with a 10.
Unless he goes to like Juventus, but Juventus needs to be hot.
Juventus is not good enough for him, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. Juventus has to be hot. They have to have won the league 2 years 2 years now, and then they need to get like the biggest player in Italy right now, which they don't have.
Which happened.
That's why he'll go back to Juve because that's his team.
Yeah,
team played for it. You know, like that's if they're hot, you know, they'd be one of the best teams in Italy. Like if Zidane was coaching maybe 4 or 5 years ago and Ronaldo was there, like with Juve, then he would have taken that job.
I think obviously Zidane. I find Zidane as a manager that wants to go to a team that he has history with. Like he's one of those managers in my eyes.
Has to be top.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because he's a world-class manager and he's not there to coach any team. He doesn't really care.
He's not taking some scrappy
he's
team.
Not like Pep that wants to go to every country and coach the top team.
Yeah.
He's going to go to his team and he's going to coach it only if they're at the top. And he'll keep them there. But City versus Bayern. If there's one team that could bring back a 3-0 deficit or any sort of deficit, it'd be Bayern. You guys got them coming back or no?
No. Maybe if this was like 2021 Bayern, sure. Not this Bayern. Especially after the fight, there's no way.
Yeah, I know. I think the mentality of the team in general is definitely off right now.
I mean, that City outpossessed. I mean, that Bayern outpossessed that City team, and City never gets outpossessed.
But
it doesn't mean much, but that just shows that they could dominate.
What good is that for them? They lost 3-0.
Exactly. I can see next game on Wednesday. I can see City actually bashing them again.
I think Bayern.
It can go both ways. Again, if Bayern, you know, get over what happened in the change room, they realize, you know what, guys, we need to get this shit together because maybe it was a bad game they played, and yes, we had Tuchel. They literally just have to get into themselves and, you know, get that. Every single player needs to go out there and like individually think. Like, let's go, we got this. But of course, as a team, but like, they need to go out there and say, like, we're fucking Bayern Munich. You know what I mean? Like, we have to go out there and beat them. Like, we can definitely outpossess them. We just need to, you know, get level headed and, you know, get and play to as best as possible because they can do it.
Nah, bro.
They can do it. When you got, and then City too. City is a good team, but they can also be struggling because they've had some surprising results this season too.
Yes,
losing against Brentford, losing against Southampton. They've had some shaky moments, you know. You literally just shut Haaland down. Upamecano, you know, hopefully he wakes up next game.
That's the thing.
But literally, that he caused 2 of those 3 goals.
You have players playing against you.
Sommer was a little bit shaky at the back, but
Davies was shaky.
But he had some strong moments where, you know, he kind of recovered.
He's still a good goalie, Sommer.
Yeah, he's good.
And I think Upamecano's not going to have a disaster class again.
I don't know.
At the end of the
watched that comp. It looks like he got paid, man. There's no way that Upamecano's going to have clip this right now. There's no way Upamecano's having another bad game.
Bro, red card second
against City. I think if they got a goal in the first leg, that would have helped.
Yeah.
But
big time.
Obviously 3-0 is tough, but I think at the end of the day, like when something happens like that on your team where a player kind of like slips up or messes up and almost like gifts the team another goal and it just seems like he's off the pace of the game, it's always going to throw the rest of the team off because it's like, you know, you're looking at him like, fuck, like, do I pass to him? Like, is he going to slip up?
No,
like,
you don't trust
you're second guessing every single pass, but I think if they come out confident, they come out strong, and there's not a player in the team that's like glaringly getting paid off to throw the game, I think that they'll be able to take it to City because I think at the end of the day, if Upamecano wasn't off his game, it wouldn't have been 3-0. I think you're probably looking at maybe a 0-0. They wouldn't have. They probably wouldn't even scored a goal.
One nothing at most. They played well defensively. De Ligt had a good game. You know, Sommer was playing well. He had some big saves too. And yeah, just that Rodri shot, like, you know, that's a tough one to save. Yeah. And then again, Haaland was just able to get some chances.
Haaland, yeah.
Literally, they need to play their football. They've had some good football, and then just need to like be on top of things. They didn't have their A game.
Yeah.
Because if they slip up again, it is game over. And again, Pep, maybe he thinks everything's cool, everything's fine, but then, you know, if it's game time, he might change things up and cause something to change. So
yeah. I think if Choupo plays, I think he'll be a big help for the team. Because I think when you have like a 9 like that can create space for, the
wingers.
Not even the wingers, but like they play almost like with 2 advanced 8s. Like they almost play like Sane and Musiala almost play right behind the striker and like very central. And I think if you have, let's say, Mueller playing up top, he's trying to do the same thing. He's trying to drop deep and kind of be on the ball, where Choupo is okay to hold off the ball. He's okay to occupy a defender. And that kind of gives players like Musiala and Sane more space to create. So I think he'll be a difference too. And it'll be interesting if he's not fit. Like, do they go Mueller or do they give the youngster that they spent a good amount of money in the summer, Matisse Till, youngster French striker? It'll be interesting to see if maybe he gets a run out up top. Like, let the kid play, bigger body, a little bit of speed. It'll be interesting to see if, Tuchel just says, here, go ahead, see if you can take over the game. Because I think like a team like Bayern, they need to have that pronounced number 9.
Yeah, exactly.
They
need a different profile.
Always has a pronounced number 9. Whether it's Mario Gomez, Mandzukic, Lewandowski, they always had a 9. Luca Toni, they always had a 9. And I think seeing them without a 9 is they don't know how to play. It's like they lose their identity.
Yeah, it's because that's not Bayern Munich.
Yeah. You need a different profile up top. You know what I mean? They're all the same kind of players. You need someone who's big, who defenders have their eye on. If there's crosses, I got to stay on this guy because he's a big body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Vlahovic.
You need someone like that. And if he starts, he might bring that, but I don't know. I don't see a way. I don't see a universe where Man City loses this game.
Yeah. I don't think I don't think.
I think they lose, but they don't they'll go through.
No, I see a 1-1, a tie or something like
2-0 and
the only fixture
I think City will score. I think it'll be 2-1.
I think both teams will score, but I think it's gonna be a tie.
To me, the only fixture where there could be a comeback, obviously the Milan Napoli, it's only one goal, but I think Benfica comes back.
Yeah, maybe.
I think Benfica scores a quick goal in that game.
2-0 though right now.
I think Benfica scores a quick goal. Who was home first game?
It's hard to score against Inter though.
Who was home the first game? I think Inter was.
But Inter could get.
Inter's hard to score against.
Inter's not gonna. You don't think Inter's gonna start defending?
Yeah, they're gonna be hard to score. They're gonna defend the whole game.
Bastoni also doesn't play like that again. I can promise you that. Bastoni does not play like that again.
Probably will.
Are you kidding?
Man of the match.
He actually had a disgusting. I haven't seen him play like that.
When he's on. He's on.
Yeah, when he's on, but he's also not always on. Benfica are a way better team, and they also missed a lot of chances. No, they did.
They weren't the better team.
How did they score? Lukaku penalty and what else?
Lukaku penalty and.
Like I swear I heard like Benfica had a lot of chances that game.
They did.
Onana really saved them.
Onana's so good as a goalie.
That's what I'm saying.
They might sell him.
So it's not like Benfica can't attack and can't create chances. You know what I mean?
But the thing is, they started attacking once Inter scored that goal because Inter stepped back.
But now they know they're down 2-0.
Yeah,
they have to attack the whole game.
I don't know. I can see.
And now they're gonna attack from right from the beginning.
It's gonna be 2-2 penalties.
I don't know. I don't see Inter getting scored 2 goals.
Benfica has to score a first half goal.
Yeah.
They have to.
Yeah, I agree
Have
with
the pressure. I think it's gonna be a set piece, like a cheeky set piece, gets the nerves going a little bit. Then I think you get an equalizer. But I can definitely this game to me just smells like extra time.
Gonçalo Ramos.
There's just something about it. Like the Portuguese teams, they love taking a game to extra time,
especially against Italians.
They love taking games to extra time.
A big Oliveira free kick from
extra time written all over it. Like
I don't know.
It's everywhere.
I don't know. For me, I think Benfica is gonna be pressing so much. It's gonna be a cheeky Lautaro counterattack goal.
See, but I don't know. I can't see it. Lukaku, Lautaro right now.
Lukaku doesn't start. It's Dzeko.
Dzeko starts, yeah, but Lukaku, I think, as of lately, has been better. Even though he misses so many chances, he's
they're not
starting to get back
him,
into his
though.
form. But Lautaro has been awful lately. Awful. Awful.
No,
he's been so bad. He has been so bad lately. What are you talking about? He misses every chance.
The team in general has been bad.
He brought that World Cup form to the league when he came back from the World Cup. He has seriously, he has.
Yeah, a little bit.
He actually has.
The game doesn't mean he's playing bad.
The game on the weekend, the game this weekend I was watching, he missed 10 chances in the box. It was actually not 10, obviously it's dramatic, but he missed a lot of chances in the box, open chances. It was bad. So I don't know. I can't see.
It's not playing bad though.
With the form their strikers are right now, I don't see them scoring Inter. I say Benfica's on them all game in their half the whole game.
Yeah, it's gonna be because
I know it's gonna be like
Inter's
that.
not gonna leave their half.
Yeah, but a team like City down 3-0. I mean, sorry, up 3-0. You know they're gonna play hard. They're gonna attack all game anyway, like they always play.
Yeah. Well, so we all got Madrid. City going through then, right?
Yeah, City's going through.
City, and then obviously for the Inter
I got Benfica. I got Benfica.
It can be a Benfica cheeky penalty win. You know what I'm saying?
I think Inter. I don't think
it could be.
Benfica.
That game is not over. 2-0 is 2-0 for Inter. I feel like it's not a good lead still.
It's gonna be different with the no away goals.
Yeah.
That's true too. No,
but
goals, crazy.
Milano, Napoli.
Yeah.
You guys have their number.
You think it's lock, sealed, delivered kind of thing?
It's definitely not a lock. But I mean, Napoli missing some key players. Osimhen's back.
It's only 1-0.
Yeah. I know it's 1-0, but Kim's out.
Who scored?
Kim and there's 2 players.
Anguissa.
Kim and Anguissa.
Anguissa,
yeah. Those are two key players.
Yeah,
that's probably 2 of their top 5 players. 2 of their top 4 players.
Yeah. Juan Jesus comes in, and then
that's
no. They still got La Boca. They got Ndombele. Still not.
Ndombele. It's probably gonna be Elmas in the mid.
Either of those players can get exposed hard. That's gonna be their weak spot. That's gonna be good for Milan. That's gonna be big. But Olivier Giroud might not play. Caught a knock. So looks like Divock Origi.
Ooh.
No, Ibra's not he's not in the Champions League squad.
Oh, that's crazy.
So fun fact, if Milan were to go win Champions League, Ibra doesn't get Champions League.
Why not?
He's on the
team.
squad.
Jeez, bro. Call him the coach. Call him the gaffer.
No, he's out.
Was he out all season? Oh, they changed it.
He's been out almost all season. He just got back.
Well, that's why they didn't put him in.
Yeah, so that is like the one thing Ibra's missing. It's the Champions League.
Yeah.
And obviously World Cup, but he'll never get that. He has everything else.
He's not gonna win.
Sure, he'll get a medal.
I'm telling you, if Milan win, he's not part of the squad.
Theoretically, he doesn't get one.
They'll probably put him in the squad in the final.
You can't put someone in the squad. You can't. It's done. You have until January.
You have to set your squad. Like you can have one squad like for the group stage, but then when you switch over.
No, but I'm pretty sure there's some thing if you're injury you can switch at any time. I'm pretty sure.
But if he was in the squad for the beginning, then I'm pretty sure he still gets a medal.
Yeah. No, he wasn't.
I think it's that initial
squad one time.
He wasn't. He hasn't been in the squad at all. He's been injured.
If that's true, that's crazy.
I'm sure there's something.
No, he does not. Anyway,
this is assuming they're winning the Champions League.
I don't know. Milan. I've been saying this. Milan, on their day, are the best Italian team by far. Yes, they are. Milan playing like how they played last year, which is how they're playing in Champions League, are far better than Napoli.
No, they're not.
And Napoli. Can I talk?
No.
You allow them, man.
And Napoli are getting back into form like they were last season.
Not. The last season, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, but you can't because you beat them twice in bad form.
Well, who else has beat them twice?
In bad form. Look at their form recently.
Because Milan, if you notice, they're playing exactly how they played last season with their 4-2-3-1, which they went back to against Napoli. They're playing like how they played last season. They've been playing.
No, they play like that.
They've been playing 4-3-3.
Yeah, they got the injuries. They were playing like that.
Yes, but now they went back to the 4-2-3-1 against Napoli. That game where they won 4-0 against them.
You're trying to tell me that they were better than this Napoli team who has killed every single team in the
last year is better than Napoli this year. Yes, they are. The Serie A was way harder last year. What are you talking about? Yes.
What?
Yes, it was way harder. Sorry, we didn't have a Juve who got minus 15 points for cheating.
That's true.
We didn't have Inter who can't win a game. We didn't have Lazio in top 3. We didn't have a Roma in top 4. What are you talking about? It was way harder.
This Roma team is better than last year. This Lazio team is better than last year.
They're also giving up points every game. Like we were not.
No, they're not.
We also weren't 20 points ahead of the league in January.
They don't lose that many. Lazio and Roma don't get that many points.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
They don't.
Yeah. Okay.
But player for player, I think he might have a point.
No, they still don't.
Milan are better.
No, they're not.
Player for player, like Milan, you can argue player for player, like Milan can fight. Player for player,
they can fight, but they don't win.
Milan are a better team than
them.
They're not. Milan are a better team than them.
Goalie,
you guys beat them.
You want to go 11 for 11 right now? It's so easy.
Goalie, Magnon.
Magnon is probably the best goalie in the world right now.
Right back, Di Lorenzo.
Yeah.
That wasn't right back. Yeah.
Okay.
Take Kim and
Kim. Yeah.
Okay.
Theo.
Okay, so Milan's up 3-2.
Okay, then you have Tonali.
Tonali, I'm taking over.
Lobotka?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, you're so stupid.
That's insane.
You're so stupid.
Christopher.
You're so stupid.
Bro,
if you're gonna take
Lobotka's having one good season, and now you're saying...
Yes, we're talking about...
You're actually stupid.
We're talking about Lobotka's best season and Tonali's best season.
Lobotka over Tonali. Are you stupid?
Bro.
This is insane.
Are you stupid?
Tonali literally...
You guys have anything to say about this? Because this is insane.
Tonali or Lobotka?
I'll let you guys talk.
Tonali literally
ate
the midfield team.
You're so dumb.
Tonali ate Napoli.
in their worst form of the season.
I'm sorry.
What does that have to do with Tonali?
If you think
Tonali showed
Lobotka is
up.
better than Tonali,
I like
He
Lobotka.
is.
I like Lobotka.
if Lobotka comes to Milan right now, he's your third best
In the
player.
form that he's been in this season, he gets in the squad.
He's not okay.
I'm saying Tonali. I'm sorry, that
100%.
game against Milan,
He
Lobotka
bossed
was
the game.
terrible.
And-
Oh my God.
At the end of the
100%.
day, you can't say, "Oh, they were."
It wasn't
in
even.
bad
It
form.
wasn't. It wasn't.
You can't say they're
Their
in bad
form has been terrible.
No. You
But it
can't
wasn't
say
just
they're in bad
Lobotka.
form.
Yeah, they have
You can't
11
say
players on the
that is
field.
You
Bro,
can't
it wasn't
say-
Lobotka though, bro. Anguissa was bad too.
Yeah.
Thing was bad too. Zelensky was
but
horrible.
You can't say that
Zelensky
Napoli's
wasn't on
in
the field.
You
I
can't
don't
say
know.
Napoli was in bad form.
Lobotka's not better than
When
They are in
before-
bad form.
They are in bad form now, but that game where they won 4-0, everyone's like, "Oh, Napoli's gonna win." Napoli weren't in bad form going into that game.
No, they were in great.
Yes,
form.
but
So
Every-
you can't use that excuse.
because no one thought that it would happen again. Because the first international break they went on to lose to Inter.
Okay,
So every international break they come back and play like shit when they come out.
okay,
You can't
buddy,
use that as an
okay,
excuse.
You can.
Okay.
Their players are tired. Their players
Okay.
came out saying they're tired.
Milan players aren't tired.
No.
Why?
Why not?
Because they have more depth than
Why
Napoli.
not?
They have more
Bro,
depth than
didn't
Napoli.
didn't
So they're a better team.
what's
Lobotka
the
had such
defender?
a hard international
Kim and
break.
Jay said
Kim and
he's
Jay
tired.
said he
What was he doing on international
he
break?
played 90
He played
minutes,
that-
2 games.
No, he played 2 90-minute games during that.
Against
in
who?
1
They
week.
had they
And what was
had to make him
Lobotka
play.
doing? I don't
What was
know.
Lobotka doing?
Probably playing.
Yeah, where?
I don't know. Do I follow their international?
Okay,
I'm
okay.
sure they're tired.
Unlike a Milan team, Napoli's whole team plays for their international teams.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
And
pretty
they're
sure.
star
I'm
players.
pretty sure
Okay.
France. I mean,
Theo Hernandez wasn't complaining.
Theo
Okay.
Hernandez.
How about Tomori? Tomori doesn't even get called up.
Tomori didn't
Okay,
get called
and?
up, yeah.
What's
Kalulu-
Your other
okay,
defenders,
Kalulu
your
doesn't
other
get called
defenders
up.
don't get
Okay,
called up.
Christopher, okay, if you think
Tonali?
Your other
Tonali barely
midfielder-
plays
Lobotka's
regularly.
better, okay, so Lobotka's better than Tonali.
How?
That's what you said.
What do you
No, I
mean?
didn't.
That's what you've been saying.
You
Lobotka's
just
better
said
than
Lobotka's
Tonali.
better.
Oh, Lobotka. I heard
Okay,
Tonali's better
okay.
than
If you want to agree on that, okay. Anguissa, Benacer. Who's better there? Let's hear this.
Benacer.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. So you'll say that.
Because Benacer is better.
Who had a better season?
Benacer is the better player when he can stay fit.
Tonali's a better player than
No.
Lobotka.
No. And I'm Italian. I would
Okay.
say Tonali.
Okay. Who's our last center mid? Who's
Zielinski,
Napoli?
Zielinski,
Zielinski or Diaz?
No, Brahim. Zielinski technically.
Zielinski's better.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start from the right wing. We don't have a right wing, so they get that.
Politano.
I'm saying we don't have a right
I
wing.
know, I'm saying
I'm not
Politano.
even gonna say his
Probably
name.
the best right wing.
Striker,
Osimhen.
Osimhen,
Mm-hmm.
and left wing. Don't even get this confused.
What do you mean?
Don't even get this
Are
confused.
you dumb?
You are so
Maradona.
stupid. You are so stupid. You are so
You're
stupid.
crazy.
You are actually so dumb. Wow.
Cavada.
I want to leave right
No,
now.
this season
I
I'll give
wanna
it to
leave right now.
Cavada. This season I'll give it to Cavada.
I want to leave
Last
right
season,
now.
This guy's still in the layout
I actually wanna leave
bandwagon
right
from
now.
last
I want to
season.
leave right now.
You're in the
Look,
layout bandwagon
at the
from
end of
last
the day-
season.
Go.
At the end of the day, the only reason why Cavada looks better is because they score way more goals.
Isn't that what they're
Milan
supposed to
scored-
do?
Milan don't have an attack.
And whose fault is that? It's not their fault that they're
Okay,
scoring.
we also don't have Osimhen and Politano. We have Giroud and Salad Maker.
What's wrong? So
Okay,
what's wrong with that?
Leao carries the whole offense.
No, he doesn't.
Look, Cavada's better. You just
Brahim has been carrying your offense.
you legit said
recently.
Cavada's better by not saying it. You said it but not saying
Okay,
it.
so like I said to everyone, at the end of the day, when it came down to it, Napoli Milan versus, and it was Cavada versus Leao, who showed up? Who showed up? Leao scored 2 goals.
Cavada showed up. It's his team
What
sucked.
did he do? He actually did nothing.
He went around.
he did show up.
The only
His
spot he
1v1
showed up in was Calabria's back pocket. That's when he showed
Nah,
up,
nah,
and he's
nah.
been
He
in there for
got
the past
around.
2 games.
He got around 1 or 2 guys every single time, and then he had no one to pass.
Cavada
to.
every
Go
every
rewatch it.
no,
I'll rewatch
no,
the
no,
games with
no.
you tonight. You can see how much he was in
No,
Calabria's
no,
pocket.
every time-
everyone watching this, you can answer this if you watch the game. Cavada was in Calabria's pocket. There's no debate about it. Leao was a better player than Cavada.
Say
Simple.
that, man.
He was.
It was 1 or 2 plays where Calabria did take on Cavada
1 or
and got
2.
him away. But bro, every time Cavada had the ball, he was creating something. And don't say he wasn't. But like you were saying, at the end of the day, he had no one to pass to.
Where's Osimhen?
Here, okay.
Who's
You're
Leao
really
passing to,
complaining
really?
about injuries?
Yes.
You're complaining about
Giroud's
injuries.
great. Huh?
Drew's not great.
No, for
Giroud's
Leao
not
because
great.
all he has to do is jump and header the ball.
He's not great for Leao. It would actually be nice if he had Osimhen
How much?
around.
How
that
much
can
is
actually
Leao really
run.
providing when it comes to assists like that?
Who?
A lot. He has 10
Giroud?
assists.
Okay.
Leao's are.
How many does Cavada have?
He has
like
more
12.
than Leao.
So how many
Yeah,
goals
but
does
they
Cavada?
also-
How many
they
goals?
also
More
average-
than Leao as well.
They also.
So
they have also scored.
what do you
much-
think that means?
And his numbers this year are better than Leao's last year.
I know it. So I don't know how you can say Leao's better.
Let me pull up something on the score. You guys can
You
continue.
pulled up
talking.
the score.
You guys can continue talking.
Shout out the score.
No, continue talking. Go ahead.
This guy's bringing out.
We're talking
This
to you,
guys
though.
think this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
the
hold on,
last
hold on.
Do you think Napoli is gonna beat
Hold on.
Milan?
I do.
Hold on. Listen to this. Listen to
Go,
this.
go.
Milan goes for 49 goals.
Jesus.
Napoli goes for
Like 70.
66.
Okay. That's due to a better offense.
Leao has almost had as many goal contributions as Cavada.
He hasn't though.
Yes, he
How many
has.
goals do you have?
Huh?
How many goals
Leao
is
has like 10. He has like 10 and 10. Cavada has like 12 and 12.
You can-
It's
No,
something around there.
Cavada I think has. Okay,
It's something around there, like
It's more
13.
than
He has like
12.
13 and 12 or something like that. Leao has like
just the league.
Leao's 10 and 6.
yeah, 10 and 6. Okay.
He said 10 and 10. He
No,
said
no,
double
for the,
digits.
for the league, it's 10 and 6. I don't know about.
Yeah, that's the whole
Cavada
point.
has like 14 and 12.
Yeah.
Yes, on a team who's scoring many
He's
more
12
goals.
and 10. 12 and 10.
12 and 10. Okay, so he's double
for a
digits.
team that's
in both.
scoring many more goals. They're almost scoring not double our goals, but they're scoring like
That comes down
25%
to his
more.
because
because he has a better offense.
That
Leao does it. Okay, if you guys watch the games,
That
if
comes
you guys
down
are
to
watching
him as
Milan,
an
you're watching
offense.
Napoli, and you should know this because you watch Serie A, you should see the difference that Leao has with him compared to Cavada.
Yes.
Cavada has a much better attack with him. He can get more assists. If
Because of
Leao
what he
was
does.
if Leao was playing with that team, I don't even want to tell you his stats.
He wouldn't be passing.
What do you mean he wouldn't be passing?
He's
He
arrogant.
would've-
He's
No,
very.
he's not arrogant. He actually passes so much, which is why he gets assists. I'm not going to talk about this. At the end of the day, all I want to say is this because I want to get this off my chest. Is 2 years ago we were talking about Chiesa as the best player in Serie A, and now Chiesa is the third best winger in the league.
He just started playing.
Yeah.
minutes.
Next convo. Let's talk about Real Madrid.
We'll talk about this next year because if
Let's talk about the next game. Real Madrid versus Chelsea.
So Milan
Wait,
taking this or no?
Yeah,
Yeah, next round.
What's the score? What's the score?
2-0.
No,
2-0.
Osimhen. If Osimhen comes into play, Napoli's taking it.
I don't know,
2-0.
man.
What's the score right now? 2-0?
1-0.
1.
1-0.
Osimhen is gonna
Bro,
see.
this game is not even close to being done yet.
It's not close, but I can just see, just like every time we played Napoli with Osimhen last season, he is gonna be
Last
in Tomori's
season.
pockets.
This is this season. This
Okay.
Osimhen from this season last year way different.
It's still Osimhen and Tomori, same person.
Nah,
It's-
bro.
it's a year.
Osimhen this year is on another level.
Okay, so we'll see. We'll
So
see.
you got Milan. Dan,
100%.
I don't know. I actually don't know.
well, you got to pick one. Can't say I don't know.
Hey, that's not an answer.
Dave, you got yours ready to go?
I got mine ready.
So
I think the Milan one goal is gonna be a good advantage to them. They might honestly end it as a 1-1 or 0-0. I see a draw coming up this game.
you got Milan.
I got Milan.
Dave,
I don't think Napoli's going to allow Milan to sweep them for 3 games straight. So
Yeah.
I think Napoli's going to win 3-1. It's going to be 3-2 aggregate.
I
Chris?
believe this is in Naples. And don't say though, oh, we beat them
It
last
is.
time in Naples.
It is.
Chris.
We don't
Uh,
care.
And I gotta go Napoli. I don't like Milan.
Vamos, Napoli.
2-0 Napoli.
And just want to. You actually think that being in Naples is good for Napoli?
Yeah.
How?
What do you mean how?
You know their fans hate.
Not this season.
What?
You know their fans are literally at their games rioting their own team.
Not this season.
You know that, right? They're
When?
literally booing. The ultras are in a fight with Naples and the president, what he's doing, and every game they're literally booing because they hate the club.
Okay, so they've been booing every single game that they've been winning.
Yes, if you go watch the Milan game, you'll see. And there's
They were
been-
losing that game. Of course they were
And
booing.
Spalletti literally said the other day that if fans don't cheer for Napoli, he'll leave during the game. He's already making
Yeah, I
excuses.
saw that.
Okay,
That's not an excuse.
That is how bad playing in Naples. It's actually worse
That
for
was
Napoli
one game
right now.
though. They weren't
It's
like this all season.
They were like this all season. If you've been keeping up Napoli, they've been like this all season. It's been happening all season. Go ahead.
Why
What's
would they
your
be mad
prediction?
that they're in first place?
They're not mad at the team. They're mad at the president.
Okay, so they're
Go
going to boo the president because he brought in this team.
They don't. That's the point, though. Is that the point that they're arguing is why are you doing it to the team if it's a president? But the ultras don't care. They're trying to prove a point. Go on. What's your prediction?
I got Milan. I think probably like Dan said, I can see a draw. I think Milan know they can get through with a draw. So I think because of that, they are going to play a little bit more conservative. But I think that they're still going to take it to Napoli. I think like
Make it a game.
it's going to
It's
play.
gonna have to time,
It's
I
going to
think.
play well into Milan's hands because they know that they can probably not necessarily drop deep, but they can defend a little bit, and they know that Napoli are going to really struggle against them on the counter. Because I think
That's true.
there's not one defender in that team that can contain Leao.
First Cam, buddies.
Bro, this is it. Bro, this is it. Milan's chance to make the final.
Even that, I don't really know Kim that well.
Doesn't play the same side as
But I think Leao alone can be a match winner.
Yep.
You know, he reminds me a lot of Vini, where he's Milan can literally go out there and
Don't hype this guy up.
I'm
bro.
so hyped.
no,
right now
but
for
I'm just
listening to
saying
this.
Milan can go out there and literally replicate a Madrid performance.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You have a player like Leao that can literally win you the game, and you just have to trust your defense. And the biggest thing for me is Mike Magnon is one of the best goalies in the world.
100%.
When he's in there, the team
100%.
looks so much more confident. He claims every single ball in the air.
That's
He
very
doesn't
true.
let any ball drop. He can pass the ball too, and I can literally see cross comes in, Magnon claims it, long ball, Leao, counterattack, goal.
Amazing.
I'm calling that right now.
I love it.
That's going to happen in the game, and I think Milan go through Champions League DNA. Napoli
100%.
focus on the league.
Let's go. I love
League's
that
done.
take. I love that take. And I think hopefully it's Milan Inter next round so we can stomp them. Easy way to the finals. That's it.
Milan City finals would
Watch
be
Inter,
crazy.
watch Inter take
Inter
them out.
sucks. Stop.
Watch Inter
I'm
take
done
them out
talking
and end
about
up
it.
winning the CL.
Go on to Real Madrid. I'm done talking about Milan. That's all I have to say.
Wow.
Real Madrid
Yeah, biggest
versus
game of the.
Real Madrid versus Chelsea. I don't even want to talk about it because it doesn't even seem like watching the game. Like Chelsea were never even in it. Like even though it wasn't it wasn't so much of like a beating, but like Real Madrid just controlled the whole game, was doing whatever the hell they wanted.
And they still had Potter then, no?
Yeah.
Now they have
Oh
Lampard.
no, they had
No.
Lampard. They had Lampard.
Lampard was there?
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's a wrap. It's done.
Bro, it's not even a contest.
It's
It's not like Real Madrid if they want to win and when they want to win or when they want to score, they just do it.
Yeah. That leg's done. I don't even think it's worth talking about.
No,
Yeah, we all see Real Madrid.
Madrid?
Madrid.
I go Chelsea.
Unanimously? You're
You're
Madrid.
going Chelsea. Yeah, okay.
What's the score right now?
2-0.
2-0.
It's done.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's Madrid. Come on.
Unless
I
Mudryk
say it
comes
ends
out
up-
and
Let's
Ends
be
up-
real. Let's
ends
be
up-
real. That
ends
guy
up 4-0.
Sucks.
unless he
No.
comes out and gets his
Mudryk
120
sucks.
price
He's
tag.
Yeah.
not that
suck.
good.
Mudryk
He's not that
sucks.
good.
I saw a stat. He has the most assists for Chelsea this season, tied for most assists for Chelsea.
Was he have
How
one?
many?
2.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's not
Hey.
good.
It's not bad for coming
Hey,
in
it's not
January.
bad.
But like,
He barely
that's
been
bad
playing
for
too.
Chelsea, man.
But I don't know. I think Chelsea, it's a mess. They got too much work to do. Madrid, Champions League DNA. Benzema and Vinny, they do what they want. Modric, Cruz, they'll play. They'll do what they want. And I think for me, that's
They're gonna kill him, man.
a wrap, man. Any team that comes in with Modric and Cruz just re-signed another year at the club, which means he clearly sees
Modric might sign another year.
Modric is probably going to sign another year. They're both going to re-sign. Bellingham's going to stay another year at Dortmund. Happy days. And then Bellingham will go and take over in 2024. But Madrid, it's a wrap.
That's what you think until they sign another year.
I think Chelsea got to wait for Nkunku to come.
Even then, and
Man,
Kuku's not the
Even
same.
Even
good
then,
manager to
they
come.
even bringing in Kuku. Okay, they bring Lukaku back. All right, sure.
Yeah.
Maybe
They
Lukaku
need a
has another
striker.
stint at
You
Chelsea.
bring Lukaku back, and
Sure.
you bring in Kunku, who plays the same
Maybe.
position as Havertz, who plays the same
Maybe.
position as Felix, who plays the
Bro,
same
they
position as Mount.
need to start selling some people. They need to start selling some players.
To who?
Yeah.
Who's gonna want Mount?
Bro, I don't know.
Who's gonna want Gallagher?
Aston Villa.
No,
Chelsea.
Gallagher's
Yeah,
nice.
Gallagher's not bad. I don't mind Gallagher.
He's good for Prem, like mid-table Prem.
I like Gallagher.
Only players I'm
He's good at
taking from
Crystal
Chelsea.
Palace.
Like I would take Kovacic
Yeah.
because he's talented.
I would take Mudryk.
I think Modric.
Or
Koulibaly
Felix.
was
I'd
a
take Felix
flop. Koulibaly was a big
Felix not
flop.
even a freaking Chelsea player.
too. I would take Felix from
He's not a
Atletico.
Chelsea player.
Koulibaly was a huge flop in the Prem.
Yeah.
You think he goes back to Serie A?
No. I could see him going
He's
to
gonna
like
stay
a...
there.
He's on his wages are too high. He's too rich for City.
Yeah, that's true.
He's not gonna
Stay
want.
there.
He was loyal to Napoli for a while. He wasn't making a lot of money. He made
Yeah.
good money, but like
You want to stay.
he wanted to stay. But now he got his bag, and I think he'll maybe Chelsea 1 or 2 seasons, and I can see him going to like an Austin Villa or something like that, like
Yeah.
a Newcastle. Like teams like that, they'll have money. They'll want to bring in like
Newcastle
a
would be
big
too good by
a
then.
big name center back signing, and they'll bring him in.
I think Nkunku's going to be good. I think that's going to be one of the signs that actually ends up being good for
I don't know.
Chelsea.
He hasn't been good for Leipzig this year.
He's been... Yeah.
Because he already has that move away. He doesn't have to play.
That's also true.
But even
yeah.
then, like
But
you
you don't do that.
don't do that. Like at the end of the day, like if you're a good player, you're gonna go out on the pitch and you're gonna show it.
Yeah.
And this season, like after his injury, I think they rushed him back a little bit too quickly, and he's been off the pace all season. Obviously, maybe he just needs some time to recover, but I don't know. With that Chelsea mess, man, I don't even know, man.
Yeah.
I don't even know how the hell we lost them in Champions League, but that's I don't even want to think about that. Anyway, Madrid moving on to the next round.
100%.
Juventus moving on to the next round
We'll see.
against Sporting.
We'll see.
Was it one last game?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know,
I
man.
don't know.
Juve can't beat Portuguese teams.
We did last game.
I'm saying in a 2-leg.
So you're saying Sporting are moving on?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's gonna be hard to score on Juve, but I can't see Juve scoring another goal. I think it'll either end 1-0 or Sporting will take them extra time. It'll go to shootout. That's what I'm thinking.
So Sporting are gonna win.
I don't know. It'll once it gets to
Juve's
shootout.
I'm
Juve's
asking
gonna
you
win
to
the
tell me
second
who's
game
gonna win.
too.
I think it'll either stay 1-0. It'll end up 1-1, and I mean it's coin flip at the end of
So
that.
who's qualifying? I don't know if I have to say it again.
Okay, so I give more of a chance to Juve. The fact that it'll stay 1-0,
So
so,
Juve.
I'll give it to Juve.
So
yeah.
you are qualifying. Dan.
Sporting.
Sporting.
Juve hater.
No, I just
Dave's
I
gonna say
see.
Dave's gonna say Sporting too, so it's okay.
What would I say Sporting for? I'm not biased, bro. Now Juve's winning. Come on. 1-0 though.
United Sevilla, quick.
United Sevilla, bro. Jeez. That
gonna
can't
be
be
tough.
quick.
It's
They
gonna
have
be
no
tough.
defenders.
They have no defense.
They got Maguire. Luckily, we got a good result this weekend, so I think we're gonna be able to pull it off.
Who'd you guys
I think
play?
we just
What was the result
we shit
this
the bed
weekend?
this weekend.
They beat Nottingham, I think.
We shit the bed
Yeah.
that game against Sevilla, and then we just had some mistakes. At the same time, Ten Hag really didn't have much to. He didn't really have much options. He had to sub the players off, or else they're gonna get yellow cards. But we're gonna be Bruno down. We're gonna be Varane down.
Sabitzer, bro. He's the
Sabitzer got
Sabitzer's Man U's a savior nowadays,
little
eh?
nick in the at
Yeah,
pre-game
yeah.
last game. So
What's the score in that? 2-1?
2-2.
2-2.
Yeah.
Mm,
I don't know, man.
give me Sevilla.
I can see Sevilla scoring. I don't know what it is.
Give me Sevilla.
I can see.
Sevilla.
I'm gonna say Sevilla.
Are gonna qualify?
Yeah.
No, I hope Man United qualify. I want to versus United.
Is it
I'd like
because
to
you're
see that,
scared
but
of
I can see
Sevilla?
Sevilla.
What's the last
scoring.
one?
I will beat both teams, I think.
What's the last one? Roma.
Damn, bro, very confident over here.
Who's in the last? Who's in the Europa?
Oh,
Roma.
the other side sucks.
Roma.
Yeah,
No.
Roma, Feyenoord, Leverkusen,
Feyenoord
Union
comes out.
Saint-Gilloise.
Feyenoord's been on fire right now.
You think you've
Big
been watching? You've
Feyenoord
been
fan,
watching
eh?
a lot
I
of
haven't, but they're in first in the league.
a lot of Rotterdam.
No, they're first in the league. Haven't been losing. Solid team.
Who's their best player?
I don't watch. I don't watch them,
crazy.
bro.
Roma
Why
should have
you
won
gotta
the first
do
leg,
that? Why you
though.
gotta do that kind of wrong?
That's crazy.
Roma played way better than Feyenoord first leg.
I think Roma take
And they
it.
missed the pen.
I
Yeah,
think
but-
is Dybala fit?
I don't know. He got injured last week.
He's always injured.
Oh, never mind.
He pulled a
Feyenoord,
hammy, I think.
Feyenoord are winning.
Yeah,
Who's
If
Feyenoord's best
Dybala
player?
plays, Roma. If Dybala doesn't play, Feyenoord are gonna win.
Who's Feyenoord's best player?
Gokju
Yeah, I know.
or
that.
Santiago Jimenez, Mexican
Yeah,
striker.
yeah.
Santiago
Yeah.
Jimenez.
So what's the last one? What's the last Europa League game?
Bayern.
Bayer Leverkusen
Yeah,
versus
Bayer
Union
Leverkusen.
Saint-Gilloise.
I mean, I would hope it was
Leverkusen.
but-
Saint-Gilloise, man, it's literally Brighton in Belgium. There's a lot of talent in that team. They scout well, and they're a team that can upset. They can shock a lot of teams. They have a lot of good talent, money ball. But I think Leverkusen, man.
Come on, let's be real. Leverkusen.
I know it's not gonna it's not gonna be as easy as you think.
Yeah, I think Dybala's out.
But-
One thing I've noticed.
Flo Wirtz has come back.
Yes,
and
I'm
he's
saying, bro.
exceptional.
And what Xabi Alonso's done for this team. Not many people are talking about what he's done for coming to Leverkusen.
He's been okay.
But they're in what place now? They're in fifth, I think.
I think maybe 6.
Fifth or sixth, but they were like very, very low before that.
Yeah, I think they were closer to mid-table before. I can double check the exact.
For him
right,
to
12th,
for him to this being his first season as the gaffer,
Yeah.
that's really good. That's really good
Yes.
stats for him to bring them up to that level.
You just gotta hope he doesn't lose any.
And
of
now,
his
yeah,
players.
I've been hearing a lot of people saying that Wirtz is back on form. Like
Yeah.
he's been playing out of his mind.
They tied Wolfsburg. They're in 6th place right now, and I think Wirtz coming back. I think obviously Xabi Alonso's done a good job. First half of the season, not so much, but I think the biggest factor has been Wirtz coming back
Yeah,
because you can see when he's on the ball
he's
that
next
he's
level.
just thinking 3 or 4 passes ahead. Like he makes the pass, but he's already seeing 3 or 4 passes ahead, and he's just like special. Like there's not many players that you can watch today, and like he's just so gifted with the ball. He's not someone who's gonna go and beat you with speed or beat you with pace and power, but
beat you with technical.
he'll beat
ability.
you with intelligence. He'll beat you with a quick shift left or right, and it's like he is just a magical player. And I think having him, kind of anchoring Diaby and Adli,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
nice.
those two are just rapid. They can cut in. They're great wingers, and this is still a team that's not playing with Patrick Schick as well, who is a year removed from being tied for Golden Boot at the Euro Cup
Yeah,
as well, right? So it's like there's obviously a lot of talent in that team, but I think if Wirtz can go in and he can play well, I think I
Bayern
wouldn't be
bound.
surprised to see them in the final. Honestly, Roma Feyenoord are both teams that could be beatable, and it'll be a cool little run for a team of young emerging talent to
Yeah.
kind of make that run. It'll be good for a lot of their development, and I'm sure a couple of them are going to get picked up in the summer, right? Just how it goes, but it'll be cool to see kind of what happens there. I think Leverkusen versus like a Juve or Man U final could be fun.
That'd be fun.
Could be fun because I think that's where you're going to see the most amount of talent on the pitch with one of those 3 teams playing in the final.
This guy knows ball.
But yeah,
Watch
let's end it
Sevilla
off there.
better.
They might. Chris.
Sevilla versus Saint-Gilloise. Anyway, thanks for watching the episode, lads. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow us on all platforms. And you know who we are. Where are we?
Forza Juve.
We are Juve.
Read the culture, boys.
The culture. See ya.
Milan sucks.
We're all Juve.
Napoli's winning, bro.
Oh.
Ooh.